and now you're under my control.
Makes your day. He brings you the world, the stars and the songs. Mike makes your day.
Yeah, guys,
Does what you
you did a really good job.
takes
Yeah,
you
you did a really good show to do.
Mike.
We're just getting started. Yeah, season 21.
Thank you. Hi. Season 21, everybody. Hi. We're back. Hey. Hi, Jules.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's up?
Do we have Bert on Rogan?
Yeah.
To show some of that? This stuff's always good. Rogan has been, oh boy. I think, my prediction with Joey came true. He's going to run out of stories, right? And what did I say about Rogan? Does anybody remember when I said with this comedy club? It sounds like all good news so far, right? Wrong. The one thing Rogan didn't think about is what if the comedy mothership is a huge success? What if this whole Austin thing is too much of a success? Rogan is how old? 55 years old now? How old is he? 55. The guy's got a family.
55.
He's podcasting all week. And now, listen to this. This is the new addition that he just brought into his life. Every night, going to the comedy mothership from open till 3 in the morning and drinking every night. Uh-oh. Has anyone noticed? Rogan's starting to get some YouTuber burnouts. Anyone notice Rogan getting a little cranky with all the guests lately? You can see it in his eyes. He doesn't know what to do because in his mind, he could do it all, right? He was already doing it all. He was already stretched too thin, and he's only getting older. Now, you're telling me, I did mushrooms one stinking night here. I was in bed for 6 days. You're telling me that at 58 years old, with the whole family, you got to do archery during the day, you got to do 8 podcasts a week for 4 hours a session, you got to exhaust your charm and charisma during these podcasts. Then you've got to do your workout routine, which is 4 hours a day. You got to do your ice baths. You got to do jujitsu. You got to do commentary. On top of that, you're telling me that you're going to go to a comedy club every night from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. drinking and doing mushrooms and laughing it up with these comedians. Now, that's a lifestyle he just got used to. This is a lifestyle that I think is scaring him shitless. Shitless? I think he's really scared that he can't keep this up, but that everybody wants to. And the hang is so good. All we've been hearing about is the hang in Mitzi's. We have a plan to what's it called when you burn down a physical property? Arson. Let's show you JRE's behavior. It started with Bert Kreischer this week, but it carries on with a lot of fine people who definitely didn't deserve crusty-eyed. Remember, how when Joe's eyes go dark? When he gets a little icky with you, he starts getting, what is this, dismiss? 1 month free trial? What is all this crap? Okay, I'm trying to find
listen to this, Bert.
Yeah.
People in the chat are saying that Mike ironically liking the machine kind of makes me want to see the movie, and I hate
You
Bert.
have to go see the movie. I mean, this is a part of your life.
Hey, you know how you said you will be seeing the machine again? To give a fair review, since you saw it on mushrooms now, you should see it on salvia.
No! Well, I'll tell you, my review, regardless of what I'm on, is going to be in the tanks. I mean, the movie was bad. There's no going around that. But he did his best, and it deserves a laugh. Okay, you don't got to be cruel to him about it. Let's find his JRE performance.
The tour with him, George knows him as uncle.
Pull him over.
And he would, Joey, he would say the wildest fucking shit.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on with him. Here he is, Bert. And again, Bert's so excited to see Joe. Listen to this opening here. Listen to this.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Have another one with me. You've earned it.
Podcast by night, all day.
Ooh, that music kills me.
Kreischer.
Listen to this right here.
Brother, I love you way more than you'll ever love me, and you know that. I told you that last night.
That's a ridiculous thing to say to a person.
Ooh. I'm starting to learn. And, it's like with these Protect Our Parks. Ari Shaffir. Yeah, he's a friend of Rogan's, but it's more of like a Rogan lackey. I don't see any real friendship with Joe and these guys like Bert. I think he wanted a real friendship. He wanted to be the father figure of this comedy community. I don't think he gets along with Bert at all. I don't think Rogan likes Mark Norman. I don't think he likes Shane Gillis as much as he pretends to and wants to. I don't think he gets along with even Tom. Like, he fantasizes that he gets along with him. And I think Bert is the most receptive to kind of figuring that out. I could see it in all their eyes. They kind of know. Like, Shane and Mark know how awkward it is to be around Joe. This isn't a real friendship.
We have a bunch of clips from that, too.
So let's see that again. Look at this. And Joe opens the show cheersing to Bert, right? I love you, man. And Bert goes, I love you way more than you love me. And this is about as real as you could get. Watch this.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, huh, guys? Tell Joey.
Bert Kreischer, I love you to death.
Brother,
I love you.
I love you way more than you'll ever love me, and you know that. I told you that last night.
Bert knows.
That's a ridiculous thing to say to a person.
You changed my life immeasurably.
You changed mine too. We changed each other's lives. We really did.
Ooh, nope. See, Joe is not being himself lately. He's turning into Dark Brandon. What could Joe's dark nickname be?
Night Joe.
Night Joe. He's got Shitty Eye Joe. And Bert knows it. And Bert's got to suffer through this interview that he wanted to be a blast. Joe doesn't want to celebrate the machine. Joe doesn't want these guys doing movies. Joe wants them being like him, hating agents, hating the industry, right? But Bert wants to be a star, as he should. Bert could be the next Adam Sandler. Yep, Bert could be the next comedy. I would love to see more Bert comedies. Really. They need to have some nudity in them. They really do. They need to have some topless Russians. No nudity in the machine. Then it didn't need to be rated R. Did you see The Idol? Now, if this Idol doesn't continue the amount of nudity, if they think they're just going to open with that, get us hooked, and then no more nudity, I'll be very upset.
Do you think she was wearing fake nipple covers?
Isn't that a shame? She was so disgusting. It was like, who would have been great in the role of the Idol? Dasha Naprakov. She's such a sad sack of shit. It's like her nudity isn't even good because it looks like you're watching a rape. But they better keep that nudity up. I'm fighting for nudity in film. It's really the only way. I was thinking about this the other day, when they were banning all nudity from film because they all want to be so respectful to the actresses. But that leaves young kids their only option to jack off now is the extreme hardcore porn, incest porn, trans porn, watching the most disgusting girls on the block get jizzed on in the daylight with their bruises all over their body. When I was a kid, most of your jacking off was done to nude scenes from Ghoulies 3.
And that's nice.
And that was nice. The girls were perfectly lit. They were well make-upped.
But they're not.
It wasn't disgusting. You didn't have to watch an open anus. You didn't have to see juices flying everywhere. And it was nice, and it was more than enough. But now you're sending a 13-year-old kid. He's got to go to Pornhub.com. The landing page of that place already it's scary. It's like being in a bad neighborhood. And it's all because Hollywood is too afraid to ask an actress to get naked anymore, because how dare they, right? It's rape. Please, please fight for nudity back in shows and movies. It's the best nudity there is. Poor Mr. Skin. You go to Mr. Skin's website, he's got nothing going on. He thought he was going to have a lifetime career, Mr. Skin, rating the best nudity from movies, selling a membership to see all the nude scenes in one place. I went there the other day. He hadn't had an update since 2016. His site's the same. It's worse than the Redbar site. And you go there and you start arranging top nudity from 2023 down. You're clicking around. There's nothing there. You know, they're still showing like movies like Sirens on that site. They're showing movies like Wild Things is still the top banner. It's like, guys, shouldn't that be enough? All right, let's see how this goes.
I just get too much credit. It's all of us. It's like we did it all together. We all did it together.
Nope.
Without good friends, nobody really.
You're not friends.
Because you don't
Bert knows
appreciate it if it's just you.
And, you know, Bert's going to watch this clip. He wants to hear finally someone stick up for his movie. And, Bert, really, we're on your side here. Bert, when you're watching this and you hear me say that Rogan's not your friend, you know that, right? You know there's you know this relationship with him feels really off, huh? Now, how willing are you to go through that experience? You know, is it worth the money and the promotion? Maybe it is. But really think about this, Bert. You know when you sit down with him, it doesn't feel like sitting down with no friend. You could be bigger than Rogan, Bert. But you need to publicly denounce him. Please, take it from me, Bert. This will work. We could get in his head very easily. Bert's head? I don't think people realize they're missing a big opportunity here of how much we could control Bert to do things. Really. I think he's very, very easily influenced.
Malleable.
Yeah, and he hates videos about him. He gets, you know, they'll spook him for months. Little videos about him. That's why this movie releasing and all these people picking on him, this is going to cause some PTSD with him, some trauma.
It doesn't seem fair. It seems all fucked up.
I keep saying to people, you got to surround yourselves with the motherfuckers. Like, yes. If you're talking about your friends as if you're the top dog, then you're with the wrong dudes.
Okay, that's a good way to clean this all up here. All right, let's look at this. This is
There's a lot, but you can just pick your fave.
Yeah, let's go to 130. Let's see what happens there. Because we're going to watch Joe kind of being really mean to Bert. I love my favorite Joe Rogan stuff is when Joe is mean to the guest and he's unaware of how crummy he's acting, right?
Just it's good for everybody. It's like you want killers, right? Like we got into this because we love comedy, and now we're in it. And when you're in it, it's so scary and it's so weird and it's so chaotic, and people are comparing themselves to other people, and it causes all this totally unnecessary conflict.
Yeah.
And if you just remember why you got it in the first place, you got it in the first place because you love to watch it. And then you did it, and then you got selfish. And you start thinking about yourself. You start thinking about, I want to kill, and I want to be better, and I want to be the number one
Watching
person.
where other people are in their career. Mm-hmm. How come I don't have a 30-minute, half-hour special?
And people get upset with people that they really don't have any conflict with in real life. But in their mind, they associate that person with something negative because they feel bad when they think about them.
Oh, this
that person's
again,
more
right?
successful than them.
It
makes them.
He's got his shower thoughts all figured out, huh? The only reason we pick on Joe is because we feel so bad about ourselves. That old lie. Okay, 12:20.
Yeah, this is probably the best part to play.
12:20. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, just guide me through here. 12:20. Let's see what happens. Bert's going to be talking about the film.
It might be in Scientology. Like, it might be a thing in Scientology, but when Izzy earns his Monday, like when after that fight, the way he celebrates life for like 2 weeks, he goes out, he's in Miami, he's in New York, he's in Vegas, he's in LA, he's in London. Like, he does a tour.
Yeah.
I said to him, I go, that's really inspirational. Like, or the way that you look at life as it needs to be. He goes, yeah, you got to celebrate these moments. I think it's cool as fuck. Wait till you see the fucking bender I'm going on if my movie does well this weekend. You want to talk about...
How could you ramp it up any more than you're already doing it?
Dude, I listen, I'll tell you what, I'm going to rehab.
You thought he was going on a bender this week.
For me at the premiere, and I will wake up a week later. They go, "Your movie did great, Bert. your body's clean. You've been hydrated. You slept."
Just keep you on a constant IV,
dude. I need to say
Keep
this real quick.
Here?
And right now, everyone, please go to movie theaters this weekend and see my movie.
They didn't go.
Yeah, please go out of the house, buy a ticket to a movie theater. That is our biggest challenge: is getting people in movie theaters. So if you love me, or you've ever loved me, you used to love me, you think I'm annoying as fuck now, whatever the fuck it is, just give me a shot. Get out of the house and go see.
They didn't even give him the
story
shot.
that started on this fucking podcast. I would have never told it on stage.
So shouldn't Joe's audience be enough to fill these theaters, or get it jump started? So you're talking about empty theaters across the country, even in Austin, empty. So what happened? So that means like only Bert's closest fans went, and no normal people went. Like really, no normies saw his film. That's pretty tough.
This man right here didn't say you have to tell it on stage. This is your fucking movie. You need to know him as the Machine. From now on, call out his name at shows. Make him tell that story. Oh. I leaked the trailer on this movie was going to sit on a fucking shelf. Joe, you've done so much for me. Do it for Joe, guys. Do it for Joe.
Do it for me.
Prove that he's the motherfucker.
Well, I just think it's a funny fucking movie, man.
It's a good movie. It's an action.
It's gonna be fun.
It's a big action comedy that
Joe
hated it on the big screen. And I think people will be surprised at how fun this movie is. It's just fucking
for
fun.
you.
And I've been fucking up I was telling you I've been fucking up promotion for it because I'm way too honest. I'm not an actor. Like I'm just like. They're like, what are the kissing scenes like? And I'm like, rough.
Okay. You got to hear this part. Should I tell him my theory about the Machine, though, and why he's retelling the story? So listen to this. How many times have you heard that Bert shows up somewhere to do a set, and he tells you, yeah, I show up to do comedy, and everybody's yelling, the Machine, the Machine, the Machine. They want me to tell the story again. Now, have you guys heard this Bert Machine story? You know that he does this story. This was his big bit, The Machine, and he tells this story, and he's claiming that every show that he does, that's fine. Every show that he does, the dog's doing something weird. It's fine. We're not the H3 podcast. The dog, doesn't matter if the dog gets electrocuted during the show. We keep going. I don't want to see anybody's eyes look at the dog. That guy's 19. He's done it all. So Bert's always telling stories, and he just told one recently that when he was doing the comedy Mothership that they were all going, the Machine! And he goes, okay, I'll tell it. I got a theory. After seeing the movie The Machine, I'd never heard the story of The Machine. That was just too dreadful for me to even think about. But I'm watching the movie, and throughout the movie, when he's showing the story of The Machine and everybody in the movie is going, the Machine! Anytime he walks in the room, that's like his nickname in the story. So I think what's really happening is he's going to comedy clubs and people are just calling, like they're just going, yo, Machine, the Machine. And then he thinks they're asking him to tell the story. He goes, okay, I'll tell it again. And then they're just like, okay. And I guess they're still excited about that, but I don't think that's what they're ever asking. Think about this. Why would you... There's no other stand-up comic where people are requesting them to tell a 50-minute story over and over again. You want to hear new stuff. So I think for 10 years, Bert has been mistaking people just going, yo, Machine! And thinking that means they all want the story, and then throwing away all these stand-up sets to tell this story over and over again until he's so sick of it.
And now they're so sick of it, they won't even go to the movie.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think this has been a giant misunderstanding. Okay, this part's really good, and this could be a Me Too that we just caught. Listen to this. This takes a turn here. Bert has a kissing scene. His wife in the movie is played by some woman who's supposed to be Lynette. This woman.
Blunk, and now you're under my control.
That's Bert's wife, talking about how Ari drugged Bert with MDMA. She's saying, bloop, now you're under my control. How disgusting is that? He was hypnotized. We love that.
Plunk, and now you're under my control.
So we thought it was weird when we were watching the movie. He like fully makes out with this fake wife. And we're all sitting there going, but what about Leanne? Is that her name, Leanne?
It's cheating.
That's cheating. You know, he was like making out too hard with the fake wife in the movie. And, you know, I just felt like that didn't need to be in there. Listen to him talk about the makeout scenes. This could be a Hollywood ban Me Too moment. Listen to this. Sorry, Bert.
We have one kissing scene. I didn't know there was kissing scenes in the movie because I don't read the action when I read the scripts. I just read the dialogue.
First of all, that's crazy. I didn't know there was a kissing scene in the movie until I got to set. Because when I read the script, I only read the dialogue, not the actions.
Seems like a Bert lie.
Seems like a lie. He didn't know there was a kissing scene in his movie until he was on set. Okay.
So I don't read like, you know, hey, Bert comes back, kisses his wife, and knocks her off her feet. I just go like, oh, Leanne was in Serbia, and they were like, hey, you have a kissing scene today. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, your wife. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Wait, did you? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I blew that. What was the time code we were at? Because I just figured something out. I think he lied to Leanne. Do you hear this? Because his story doesn't make sense. He's going, I didn't know there was a kissing scene till we were on set in Serbia. And Leanne goes, wait, there's a kissing scene? And he goes, yeah, well, it's because I only read the dialogue, not the... You wrote the fucking movie! Wait a minute. You were too afraid to tell Leanne there was a kissing scene. She's on set the day of the kissing scene. So now this story makes sense why you said, oh, I only read the dialogue and not the action. Listen to this again.
1440.
1440. Okay, let me pull it. Yo. Okay, let's see where we're at.
And I think people will be surprised at how fun this movie is.
Here, you can go forward.
Really,
just like
like, you know, hey, Bert comes back, kisses his wife.
There we go.
And knocks her off her feet.
I think I just caught him.
I just go like, oh, Leanne was in Serbia, and they were like, hey, you have a kissing scene today. I was like, what?
What?
And they're like, yeah, your wife. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, come on. You didn't know you were kissing somebody until you were on set day of? You either lied to Leanne, like I predicted here, which is probably the real story, or you're making up some other sort of mumbo jumbo. Bert, this is why
people get mad at you.
This is why you're dennying out. All right, let's hear this. This gets worse, though.
I was like, is that cool? And Leanne's like, yes, you're an actor. I was like, yeah, but I haven't cheated on you in like ever. Like, I haven't kissed someone in 20 fucking years. She was like, it's just acting. And I was like, okay. All I'll say is the pants I was wearing were loose fitting, and I don't wear underwear.
Oh, Bert.
We did one take, and I was like, costume change, please. They're like, what?
You came in your pants? Is that what he's saying?
Is he just like trying to tell a kooky story, not realizing?
This is like one of these, I want to tell a stupid story about the kissing scene, you know? And you're going to say that you were wearing thin pants and had no underwear. And after the first kissing scene, you go, costume change, please. Uh-oh, little accident. Is that what you're trying to say to me here?
What? I was like, I need to change my pants. I guess I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular
You can't come.
Oh, my goodness, Bert.
They're like,
listen, even Joe's like, what?
Huh? And I was like, I don't know. What the fuck are you supposed to do? You're supposed to kiss someone and then just, like, how the fuck does that work? You ever kiss someone?
Listen to Joe.
Your body doesn't know that it's just acting.
No.
Listen.
How could it?
Yeah. I did the first kiss. My wife, Stephanie, is cool as fuck. By the way, I've talked with her, and we've talked about this a number of times. And she goes, we do the first kiss, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, you know. And she's like, hey, you know, really go for it. Like, really go for it. And I was like, for real? She's like, yeah, try to knock me off my feet, like kiss me. So I was like, okay. I'm not thinking about it. I'm a fucking bam. Walk up, whoom, and then she kissed back, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? This is different. Holy shit. And then I'm like, costume change.
Listen to Joe.
I need tape. Hey, someone get me ice.
Are you allowed to talk about that?
Whoa.
You're supposed to say, here.
Joe's like, isn't this like, aren't they show against stuff like this in Hollywood right now? So at the very least, he's getting a big boner, right? That he needs to tape down because it's poking into her body. Illegal!
Imagine being forced to kiss Bert for pay while he's jizzing.
Wow. Okay, what should we do next here with Bert?
You could just do 25.50.
25.50. Is this where Joe starts getting nasty?
Yeah, this is a good one for Joe getting nasty.
25.50.
But I've got so many good ones of Joe being nasty on Protect Your Parts.
Great. 25.50?
Yeah.
All right, here we go, folks. Let's get there. Here, 25.51. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
An hour. Like in Santa Monica. It was really crazy. Now, I watched two, arguably, movie stars. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Edward Norton interact in public. Edward Norton's cool as fuck. He's Dude, Fight Club, one of my favorite movies ever. The one where he plays the guy with the two accents. That's fucking, he's an awesome dude. But when I recognized him and I gave him energy, like when I recognized him, you could see him just be like, yeah, okay, cool. Like just kind of like, oh, yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he gets recognized,
oh, yes.
he matches your energy. He gives you the thing you want, the moment you want. When he comes up on TV and people go, I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. They go, how was he? Not one well, I'm sure there's people that say bad things, but like everyone I met, when I watched him interact with people, fucking loved him. He was the coolest dude. He was, you know what he was, Joe? He was like a movie star. He was like he brought the like 1980s.
Get nasty here.
Hey, it's good to see you. Hey, Bert, come here. Let me tell you. I'm bad at accents, but he's like.
Can I just tell you? I think with some sensitive people, I think your happy, fun guy energy sometimes throws people off.
You could be.
And they're like, I gotta get out of here.
Whoa! They
like,
gotta get out of here. Bert's energy throws people off. You could see Bert was like, okay. Really? You know, this gets in Bert's head.
And
so
why are these two
Joe doesn't like
Bert.
Bert. You can tell Joe doesn't like Joe.
I mean, he never
has.
has.
Well, maybe Bert's
And
an
I feel
annoying loudmouth in person. Maybe Bert gets drunk and he won't shut up, and you're like, please. You know, this is a 58-year-old man. He can't be listening to these people ramble on booze.
But if you're going to be pretend friends
exactly,
with him,
yeah.
fake it better.
You got to fake it better. You can't think your friend is too annoying. Then you don't need to be friends with everybody at 58.
Because you're like, oh my God, it's fucking Ed Norton.
I went like this, Joe. I went, oh!
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, that guy can't handle that.
Poor guy was like, and I tagged him in
He's a
Instagram.
really nice guy. I had him on the podcast. He's really interesting.
39.35. What do we got here?
39.45.
39.45 coming up. What do we got here?
Just another little thing.
Okay, here we go.
Certainly, we're a big part of it. You know, independent filmmaking has always been real interesting because every now and then there's a great fucking movie that you just don't hear about.
Yeah. Because
someone made it on a shoestring budget and they pieced it together with their uncle's money. And
did you ever see the movie Run Lola Run?
No.
Joe.
Watch this.
Joe.
What's it about, Bert?
It's about a fucking...
Oh, couldn't stand it anymore, huh? I mean, we're only 40 minutes in. He goes, have you ever seen the movie Run, Lola, Run? Oh, Joe. And Joe's like, what's it about, Bert? You know, he's sick of this shit. Does he say any more here?
That's the best part.
That was the best part. Okay.
But he's getting here. We should show the one with dice.
Yeah, well, do that when we come back. Let's take a quick break. I got to take a quick shower down. It's getting very hot in here. We'll be right back with more. And we've got some really great moments from Joe Rogan's experience this week. Holy moly. All right, you got a song for the guys? We'll be right back. See you soon.